it's Paige Green from Paige Green's Tutoring, and today's the final video in Angles on Parallel Lines, where we're just going to have a look at a few exam questions just to pull all of our knowledge together and find out how to spot different kind of angles, so looking at those alternate, corresponding and co-interior. So I'm going to go through a couple of examples and then let you have a go at a few yourself. So here I've got two parallel lines which are marked with that little arrow to show that they are parallel. And then I've got a line intersecting here and a line intersecting here. Now it's asking me to find out what y is. Now for this, we can't make any shapes this way because they involve two lines that aren't parallel. And when we're looking at angles on parallel lines, they have to involve the two parallel lines. So to find y, I want to try and make some shapes like this. Now if I look carefully, if I highlight the lines that trap angle y, I can then see if I highlight the lines that trap this angle 62, it makes that F shape, which means those angles are corresponding and therefore they must be the same. So y must be 63, and the reason for that is that the angles are corresponding because we've got that F shape. Now for this next one, again focusing on the idea that we've got two parallel lines here and these two are just intersecting. So we have to be careful when we're drawing our shapes that we're doing it on those two parallel lines. So it's asked me to find x. Well, let's have a look. If I highlight the two lines that make x, I can see if I continue this here, I've got a little Z shape there, which means that those angles are alternate. Now, because they are alternate, we know that they must be the same. Therefore, x must be 54. Let's have a look at this next one. It asks us to find out what y is. So again, I'm going to highlight the lines that trap angle y. So I've highlighted those two there. And then if I have a look, if I finish the shape, I can highlight that 60. Now being careful here, we've got that backwards C, which means these angles are co-interior. Now, if they're co-interior, remember they're not the same this time. They actually add up to 180. So to find y, we're going to find the difference between 180 and 60, which would give me 120. So you can see there how we're spotting our F, our Z, and our C angles, also known as corresponding, alternate, and co-interior, within an exam style setting. Now I'm going to have a look at one more example before I give you some to have a go at. Now this, we have to be super careful. We've got parallel lines here, and then we've got two parallel lines this way. So we've just got to think, we're still looking at parallel lines, we've just got to be really carefully about how we're drawing those shapes. So it's asked us what angle y is. So let's have a look. If I highlight the lines that trap angle y, it would be these two. And I can see I can make a C shape with that 42. Now, if we spin it round, you can see that it is a C, although it looks like a U, because those two lines there are the ones that are corresponding. So let me just show you what this looks like. If we spin it around like that, you can see that it is that C with the two parallel lines. So I'll just turn it back around so it's how it was to start with. But we can see that they are co-interior. Now, if they're co-interior, it means that they're going to add to 180. So I need to find the difference between 180 and 42, which is going to give me 138. Now let's have a look at finding angle x. This is a little bit trickier, but we have already established that y is 138. Now we want to find out what x is, so let's have a look. If I highlight the lines that trap angle x, and let's have a think, I could make a C shape like that. I could make an F shape like that, or I could make a Z shape. However, we can see that we don't know what any of those angles are. So what we've got to do before we can start drawing these shapes is think about what this angle here might be. Now, angles on a straight line add up to 180, so it must mean that this angle here is 42. And now it's a little bit easier to solve, because if we highlight the lines that trap 42, I can see that I've got that upside down F, meaning those two angles would be the same, and X must be 42. And you can see, even if we use the C shape, that angle there would be 138 because they're vertically opposite, so they would have to add up to 180. And here would be 42, so if we use that Z shape and said that they were alternate, it would still give us 42. So there's a couple of ways you could have gone about that, but you can see how we're drawing that knowledge in, but applying it ever so slightly. What I would like you to do now is have a go at these 3 questions. They're a bit similar to what we've looked at, but also require you to apply your knowledge a little bit more. So pause the video, have a go at these, and press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, for this first one then, you're looking at what angle Y is. You should have got 62. Now the reason being is that it is alternate to that other one, because you've got that Z shape. This one here, it says, are line AB and DC parallel? Well, if they are parallel, let's mark it on. Let's pretend that they are. That means that this here would make a C shape, because we've got 2 parallel lines if I continued them and a line that intersects them. Now, if they are co-interior, it means that the angles must add up to 180. Now, if I do 88 plus that 96 that I've been given, that gives us 184, which does not equal 180. So therefore, these angles are not parallel, because if they were, they would be co-interior and add up to 180. Last of all, we're looking to find angle X. Now, it's a bit like that last one. If we highlight the lines that make angle X, we can see there's not a shape that we can make that would include this angle here. However, if I have a think about it, I won't be able to make a Z or a C. I'll have to make an F shape. So I want to know what this angle here is. Now, angles on a straight line add up to 180, so this must be 72. And then because those angles are therefore corresponding and the same, angle X must be 72. So hopefully that's helped try and apply your ideas of angles on parallel lines into some more exam context. That is the final video on parallel lines, but I hope to see you in our next series of videos. Thank you for watching.